Hi, I'm Miss Haley with the Huntsville Madison County Public Library. And today I'm going to show you how to do a recycled Easter egg craft that will turn this Easter egg into a zip rocket, which sounds pretty cool, right? A zip rocket is a really fun toy. It is a two-person toy, so you'll need two people to operate it. You can't operate it by yourself, and it requires some cooperation to get it to work. So it's a really fun activity. You can turn it into a game. But for this activity, you are going to need some tape. I'm using painter's tape. You could also use masking tape. You could also use duct tape if you really wanted to, but duct tape tends to be a little wider, so it'll cover up more of your Easter egg, if you care. You're going to need a plastic straw or a paper straw. If you have paper straws, that would work too. But you do need to be able to trim it down, so it does need to be something you can cut. So no metal straws. But you need a plastic or paper straw, some string or yarn, depending on how wide your straw is. If you have just like this normal size straw, I recommend using string because you're going to have to get two pieces through it. And that can be a little hard if it's yarn. But if you've got one of those wider straws, like the kind you get for a milkshake, those you could use yarn with, and that's a lot easier to string. Speaking of it, you're going to need some string or yarn. You're going to need an Easter egg or multiple Easter eggs if you want to go crazy with this. Make a couple. No caveats on the Easter egg. It's just any old Easter egg will do. Any plastic Easter egg that you've got. This is a great way to kind of reuse some of those. I know there tend to be a lot lying around after a hunt. And then you need some scissors. So to start out with, we are going to take our Easter egg, take our straw. I want my straw to be about the size of my Easter egg in length. It can be a little longer. And we are going to tape this straw to our Easter egg, but we don't want to squish it. So when we tape it, we want it to tape on there just like this. So just sitting on there. We don't want it squished like that. Because if we squish it, it's going to be really hard to get string through there because it'll be squished. So we are going to get a piece of tape. Go ahead and get that started. Just going to go ahead and peel that off. And I'm just going to kind of stick it right there. This is why I like to use painter's tape, is that you can do that and it won't really stick. So I'm going to hold this. I'm going to do, if you've got one of these folding Easter eggs that when you open it up, it's still attached. Put your straw on the opposite side of the fold, because if you see on mine, I've got this little fold here that's poking up, and we don't want that interfering with or squishing into our straw. So I'm just going to put it on a different side from that. So I'm going to hold my straw there, and it might help to have another set of hands for this, but I'm going to just put some tape on the straw, and I'm going to tape it to my Easter egg. Probably got more tape than I need here. Let me peel that back a little bit. We'll overlap. So I'm just taping it down. I'm making sure I'm not going too tight. That's why I start with the tape on the straw. You're a little less likely to pull it too tight and to squish it if you do that. I'm just going to smooth that down around the Easter egg, not really on the straw. Again, don't squish your straw. I could say that a lot. And this is going to be our Easter egg rocket. So this is the rocket. Now we need its propulsion system. So when you have a rocket, usually the propulsion is gas. So gas is what explodes. It creates the energy that pushes the rocket, pushes the rocket forward, and that's its propulsion. In this case, the energy is going to be your own energy, your hands moving the string, so kinetic energy, and the propulsion system is the string itself. So we're going to cut two strings. We need them at least, I would say, maybe 4 feet of string. A decent size. You're going to stand pretty far apart. If you're doing this with a friend, maybe you want to stand 6 feet apart and have 6 or 7 feet of string. Whatever works for you. Go ahead and do my next piece. I'm going to just measure it, line it up. They don't have to be perfect. They do need to be close to the same length, but if one's a little longer than the other, it will not be the end of the world. This activity does not require precision. So once you have your 2 strings, you're going to put 2 ends together like that. It might help to even twist them a little, and you're going to start, twisting did not help. You're going to start by threading it into your straw like that until it comes out the other side, and then you're just going to get it in the middle. So you're not tying anything off, so go ahead and hold on to both ends of your string because you don't want this to fall off, and you don't want to have to restring it. But I'll be back because I need a different camera angle so I can show you guys how this works, and a friend. Hi, okay, I'm going to show you how this zip rocket works. So I have my rocket on a string, and I have my friend. She's over there. You can see her hands. And we are going to hold it like this. So my partner is going to hold her 2 strings closed at first, and I am about to separate mine. So I'm going to pull them apart, and my little egg goes to the other side. Now if I close mine and she opens hers, it'll come back. So you can go back and forth until you get a rhythm going with your zip rocket. And that is our Easter egg zip rocket. I hope you guys have fun with this, and we'll see you next time.